and welcome to day 74 of the Assassin's Creed Marathon. Today is the official day that we begin Assassin's Creed Unity as part of the marathon. You guys might have noticed that I've taken quite a long break. I didn't stream any of Assassin's Creed Rogue because I actually used those 6 days to pre-record the first 5 sequences of Unity. In fact, this is the first of those recorded playthroughs. Obviously, that also gives me an extra 5 days to pre-record Assassin's Creed Syndicate as well, which I will probably do. I'm actually not sure if I would be starting Assassin's Creed Syndicate simultaneously as I'm recording Unity, because I'm in the process of moving to a new apartment, and I'll be busy until probably like October 3rd or 4th, or somewhere around that time. But I'm gonna make an effort to record all of Syndicate before I leave for TwitchCon. And one more thing that's also fairly relevant. I'm starting the Assassin's Creed Unity giveaway on September 30th, which is today, as far as you guys know. I actually recorded this about 6 days early, so it still hasn't started for me yet. The link to the giveaway will be in the video description. There'll also be a Reddit topic, but a little extra details, and also pictures of the item that I'm actually giving away. It's a figurine of Arno, called Arno the Fearless Assassin, by Ubi Collectibles, I think it was. It was a limited item that is currently out of stock, and it's also the matching pair that went with Elise as well. Elise the Fiery Templar, as it was called. So I have both Elise and 2 copies of Arno that I accidentally ordered, so I'm giving away one of them, basically. Yep, that's enough rambling for now. Let's just hop right in and get started with Assassin's Creed Unity. Okay, there we go.
The past is not lost. The past lives inside.
Actually need to pee really quickly, so I'll let this play out, then I'll be back in a minute.
Are the experiences of our ancestors. After 3 decades of research, our engineers have forged the cutting edge of biotechnological interfaces. We have unlocked the lives of our forebears. We have opened a window into the past. This is Total Immersion Entertainment. With the press of a button, you will experience the most pivotal moments in history. All from the comfort of home. Welcome to Helix, where the past is your playground.
Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna quickly double check. I want to make sure. Right. Because of how CPU demanding this game is, what I normally have to do is I've set the process priority on OBS to something higher. That way OBS has higher CPU, like OBS can prioritize the CPU usage and record, because Unity is a pretty processor demanding game, so it's getting less of the resources, which is usually fine. Okay, let's see. This has a lot of interesting details. Like, this one is from Brotherhood. This is Hatham's story. Devils of the Caribbean is Edward Kenway. I don't know who this is. Jazz Age Junkies is another popular one. Blade Cross. This is Liberation, and this is obviously Connor. Yeah, so we can only play one. I really like this particular intro sequence, prologue. This is actually a real historical event, and it's the downfall of the Knights Templar. It's the point when the Knights Templar went into secrecy with the execution of Jacques de Molay.
Who goes there?
A friend of the temple.
Fluaurak. The Council's message was absolute. You're not welcome here.
I must speak with the Grand Master.
He's in session. They all are. Another day, perhaps.
King Philip disagrees.
Damn you, man. Why you're not rotting in a cell at this moment, I cannot fathom.
Oops, right. At this point, oh right, okay, so this is the official arrest of Jacques de Molay. He is trying to escape.
We are betrayed. Draw your swords, men. Defend the temple. Not you, brother. I have a different task for you. Come with me.
Alright. This portion of the game tends to be a bit laggy
Another hand's at work here.
because of all the environmental effects going on.
Assassins. I thought
Okay.
The Mongol Khans broke their power decades ago.
The assassins are far older than Masyaf, my friend. Their anarchic delusions are virulent as the plague, less easily eradicated.
Far older than Masyaf, that's very key. Masyaf was when
But if you make haste,
Brotherhood
you may
was
yet save
reorganized.
Go to the temple. Take the sword in the book. Hide them. They must not fall into the assassin's hands.
Grandmaster, I will.
Not quite happy with this. Okay, let's turn down the sound effects volume. Maybe the music volume. That way the voice is a lot more prominent. Love the swordplay in this, yeah.
The Grand Master gave you orders, did he not?
Standing in the fire. Crap. This is kind of a For Honor vibe to it.
Dad! Have to take a different way.
There's that medieval combat style. And I feel like, this particular... I actually mentioned this on the subreddit in the past. I feel like this will be like a perfect moment for a Templar... for a Templar focused game, or a Templar spin-off basically. This year is the downfall of the Knights Templar, and right after this, King Philip and all of his heirs die very quickly. Like King Philip dies within a year of Jacques de Molay being executed, within a year of the Templars' downfall.
The tower. They've taken them.
Right. Right after this guy. Right after Jacques de Molay's execution, the Templars basically disbanded. But I feel like, you know, and also King Philip dies a year later, exactly. And Jacques de Molay actually shouts out the curse. You'll see in a little bit. And as per the curse, that actually happened. And also the Pope, as well as I think the King's advisor, also is killed within the year. And after King Philip, all of his sons and grandsons all died within a short period of actually ascending the throne, which is interesting. And Jacques de Molay actually didn't curse only King Philip, but all of his future generations as well. I want to say it's 13 generations. So his curse lasted a really long time, well into the 100 Years' War, which starts later in the 1300s. Love the parrying in this game. Definitely a lot more active. The timing on it is a little finicky too, but it's interesting at least. Oh. Sword of Eden. Oh boy. Actually curious as to who this guy is historically, and oh, it's yeah, there's still a few glitches naturally. But overall the experience is very playable, so I can't really complain about it. Yeah, I feel like the all of the things that happen basically within the next 20 years of this event, or Jacques de Molay being executed, that would be like a perfect Templar revenge story, basically, with a Templar character seeking revenge against all those who resulted in the downfall of the Order. Then, of course, the Templars, they rebuilt secretly, not just centuries later, but actually fairly soon after this event. And he did. This outfit looks very much like Altair's. It's different coloration. I believe he is from a different Assassin Brotherhood in a different area. Probably a European country, I guess. And here it is.
Pope Clement, hear me?
That's Pope Clement.
Before this year is out, you will answer for your crimes before God Almighty. And you, King Philip, no punishment is too heinous for the great evil you have inflicted upon the temple. I curse you!
13th
Curse
generation.
you to the
Yeah.
13th generation of your blood! You shall be cursed!
Oh boy. And yeah. So
Consumed in flames of hunger and wrath, thus
wow,
came
wait for
the age
this.
of true wisdom to a blistering close. The Knights Templar, once the proud shepherds of order, peace, and illumination, were no more.
yeah.
Yeah, let's get a sniffer running. If Abstergo pings us, pull me out.
Want to explain this? Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna pause. But yeah, so the historical significance of that is that, you know, Jack the Mully, he shouted out a curse, and the curse actually came true. Um, of course, you know, people at the time were probably fairly superstitious and assumed that it was indeed a curse, and it could have been. There was a lot of messed up shit going around on the side. The story of, you know, King Philip's demise and his descendants' demise is a very turbulent point in French history. Up until that point, you know, King Philip was part of a particular line of kings, the Capetian kings, and they'd been ruling for, I want to say, centuries by then. And this curse basically undid all of that, and it went to a lesser house, basically King Philip's brother, I believe, eventually, and King Philip's nephews were the ones who eventually inherited the throne. But that curse basically just lingered on for decades, even centuries afterwards. I feel like that would be like a really, really good, you know, Templar revenge story, and I really want to see a Templar spin-off on that in particular. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot. Yeah, okay. And if you want to read more about this, it's a series of books called The Accursed Kings. It is actually the series that inspired A Game of Thrones and that series as well, Song of Ice and Fire. And if you read The Iron King, you'll see all of that inspiration for A Game of Thrones. You'll see the resemblances in the story. The time of the Iron King and immediately afterwards is described as basically a real life Game of Thrones, and it was very messy. You have to read it to actually understand it.
Okay,
Alright,
I
there we
have a
go.
visual. Hey there. This is probably disorienting, so I'll be brief. I'm Bishop, not my real name, obviously, but that's as much as you'll get today. Please listen carefully. Abstergo is using you, hijacking your neurons to help them sift through genetic memory data. These guys already have their fingers in countless corporations, governments, media outlets, and NGOs. But now, they want control over history itself. If that doesn't frame you, it should. But we're here to stop them, and I need your help. Deacon, preload gene sequence AD16, B13, I87.
Yep, spooling it up.
Should be a recognizable voice.
Last week, we gained access to a bank of unsequenced memories in Abstergo's Helix servers. For now, we'd like you to experience a small sample. This should help you understand our struggle. And after that, you can decide for yourself what comes next. We'll be waiting.
Doesn't really explain a whole lot about the Helix system, but basically what it is kind of an extension of the Animus from Black Flag, where the person who was accessing Edward's memories was not a descendant of Edward himself, but the memories themselves came from Desmond. So Abstergo has the means to basically extract memories from anybody, basically. Basically what they can do then is they can, you know, have anyone sequence those memories.
Arno,
It doesn't have to be a descendant. It's quicker with a descendant, but it doesn't have to be.
Can't I go with you, Father?
No, little Arno.
courage, my boy.
And the Helix system
You
is
wait just
basically
here.
a database
I
of
will
all of
return
those
when this
memories,
hand reaches the top.
all of those
That's
sequenced
forever.
memories.
Not as long as all that. And when I get back, we'll see the fireworks.
The memories have been already
And
pre-sequenced,
Arno,
and anyone
no
can live through
explorer,
them.
hmm?
Yes, Father.
That's basically what's happening here with the Initiate system. And Initiate is basically reliving Arno's memories. Memories that have been already sequenced, but not thoroughly explored, I want to say. Alright. No. Hello, Elise. Of course, Arno sees a little girl, he has to go after her. This is officially before Arno is adopted by Elise's father.
You'd rather sit with that old prune? Come on.
After Arno's father dies.
Aren't you coming?
Spoilers, sorry. Oh fuck.
Quickly, quick.
Arno is officially adopted by the Delasseres. Hey girl, where are you going? These two pretty much grew up together.
Bet you can't steal one.
You are a bad influence, girl.
Thief!
Fuck.
Put that back! Put that away now! Do you know what the penalty is for stealing?
I don't know. Yeah, after Arno was adopted into the family, the goal was to actually indoctrinate him into the Templars.
I'm ordering you to stand still.
Actually, have Eagle Vision yet? No, I don't. Let him investigate there.
Hurry, through here.
Oh, there's actually a moment here where, okay. Pay
Did you see
attention.
their faces when we stole those apples? I'm Arno. Elise.
Oh,
I'm here
she's
with
so
my
adorable.
father. So am I. He has important business with the king.
Gonna be a figure that
What should we do
walks
now?
by, I believe.
Listen,
No, maybe not.
don't worry. They'll never think to look for us in here.
Okay, maybe
It
not.
was my fault. I'm the one who took the apple. Let's see where they're going.
I guess I don't really remember it nearly as well as I thought.
Keep up.
So at that point is where I think Shay kind of walks by,
Hurry up.
or you can actually walk by those two talking on the way to assassinate Charles, I think it is.
Monsieur, if we judged nations by the character of their
Elise.
criminals,
Father?
we should all be called barbarians.
Come here, girl. Now.
Father?
Oh no. Feels. Oh, that's actually another thing that I remember though. I've read the book Unity as well, which tells Elise's point of view through her journal. Arno is actually reading her journal after the thing that happens.
Come away, boy.
I won't say much more than that. The kid.
Arno. Arno. Look at me.
Delasser. Lisa's father. Yeah, he was adopted into the family. So it should be an interesting experience now that I've read more of Elise's backstory to play this game again. There's going to be a lot of little interesting details that I might pick up on.
Can't win fairly at cards, so you stoop to thieving, you bastard!
Calm down, Victor. I've only come for my watch.
It's my watch. I want it fairly.
Well, in a just world, Victor, I would agree with you, but this is not a just world. This is France.
You're a dead man.
Oh, step lightly there. You'll hurt yourself.
Oh. believe I need to chase this guy. Or fight him at least.
I just had a nice chat with your brother.
Hugo, fetch the marshals.
Hold on a minute. Diable.
I've got it, Victor.
Peace.
I won't let him get it.
Sorry. Pardon, madam.
So much for sliding over that.
Gentlemen, please, we can come to an understanding. Please excuse him, he's not housebroken.
It's not housebroken. Okay. Gonna try to get this. Make sure not to tackle. I'll wait until I get all the opportunities I can. Probably just gonna run in a circle or something. Okay, there we go. And I can tackle him now. I'm actually confused by that don't get tackled. Okay. Don't get tackled requirement. Guess if I fall down, that's probably bad. Alright, buddy. Move away. There we go.
Thick-headed blacksmith like you probably can't even read or watch.
Come over here and say that.
Oh,
No.
Get back here.
alright, this is the part I guess where I get tackled.
Keeping up? Shall I call a break?
You are climbing your way out of this.
Oh, this guy. Nope. Police officers. Nope, nope, nope. I'll be fine. There you go. Nice and easy. Game feels fairly smooth, but I'm not sure how the recording is turning out. I hope it's okay. But if I need to re-record, then I might as well try. So far looks good.
And where in God's name have you been?
Ha! Got you now, you little shit.
Just a little misunderstanding. Nothing to...
Your master's harboring a common criminal. In broad daylight, he broke into my home and stole my watch.
Did he indeed? Well, I'm sure the Marshalsea would be more than willing to sort this out.
Sort what out, Olivier?
A most serious accusation against your ward, sir.
He robbed me.
Of what, precisely? Wait for me in my library.
Oh dear. Oh, it's a beautiful portrait.
Don't give me that look. Victor cheats when he plays Pharaoh. Everyone knows it.
Arno? Who are you talking to?
No one, monsieur.
You'll be happy to learn I persuaded Olivier to leave off calling the Marshalsea. Again.
Je vous remercie, monsieur.
What is this? The 6th time? The 7th? Perhaps a new hobby might be better for your health.
Well, I find playing cards affords many opportunities for fresh air and exercise.
We'll talk about this later. I have business in town and must collect Elise before I can attend to it.
Elise is here?
Only for the night. She returns to Paris first thing tomorrow.
She'll need an escort, won't she, with you so preoccupied?
One of you running amok is quite enough. Remain here and see if Olivier has any chores for you.
What if you're running amok?
What was that?
Give my regards to Elise.
That little hint that Elise is not exactly a normal child. Alright. One complete. Let's start the next one. This is a beautiful mansion. I love the interior spaces in Unity. It's beautiful. France is definitely the perfect location for something like that. Talk to you. Gonna not be doing a whole lot of side objectives.
Thrown out onto the street yet?
Oh, you would love that, wouldn't you?
It'd break my heart.
Olivier, if I weren't here, who'd do all your work for you?
The horses need brushing, boy. Get to it.
Certainement, monsieur.
He doesn't actually. Oh, he does. Okay. Didn't remember that little detail.
Sire de la Serre, wait! Nom de Dieu. Nom de Dieu, nom de Dieu.
Some trouble, mon ami?
A letter for Sire de la Serre. It's very important.
Oh, calm yourself, Perrault. That letter won't reach Monsieur de la Serre any faster if you drop dead of exhaustion. Give it here. I'll catch
You
him.
must receive it today. It's very...
Very important. Yes, I heard you the first time. I'll see that he gets it.
Monsieur de la Serre! Stop!
Make way, make way!
I don't remember what the optional objective here is. Tell me. Oh. No. Don't slow down. I should have taken the ramp. Parkour feels so good. And most of it is kind of automatic, but still, I enjoy the parkour. Parkour down is definitely a good feature that they added.
Monsieur de la Serre!
It's on him.
Please excuse. Wrong carriage. What I need is a bird's eye view.
Well, that's one way to introduce a viewpoint. Actually, one of the higher spots in the game, I think. Let's see. Really? Where's the automatic snap? Parkour, it's not necessarily the best thing. Like, it could automatically snap you to a completely different spot. And it's not as much control over it, still, but usually plays very, very smoothly. And something like that happens. Okay, there we go. Let's see, shall we? And that is taller. We're not in Paris, I believe. I don't know. And Versailles, I think it is. Holy shit. That is a beautiful, beautiful synchronization. It's just okay.
There you are.
Nope. Hey, Elise. Okay. Love the parkour down. Nope. Okay, illusion.
bloody stump! Off with you! Back away, citizen! Now!
Okay. Figure out where we're headed.
You want to fight? I'll fight you.
Be able to slip through this guy. Actually, yeah.
Far enough. Don't make me broken the law.
Oh god.
Back of the line.
I'll have your head.
Not run.
Get out. This is no place for you. Someone there.
Soyons précis.
Leave me alone.
Il a abusé de toi ou pas? Pas étonnant que le professeur Chartier le plus gaffe soit de sa parole.
Pretty sure.
Knock you senseless. Enough! Don't tempt me!
If I demanded idiocy, I couldn't be better satisfied.
Just that one guard there.
Stand straight! And for once,
It's patrolling, so it's good.
no more! Walk away!
Let's just go here. Nah, since no.
Si je veux un bel objet, j'achète un tableau. Monde à l'envers, nous avions tout. Comment a-t-on pu en arriver là?
Yep, that's where I'm headed.
Ça, il avait des sympathies républicaines. Je me tue à vous dire. Eh bien, il fallait le dire plus tôt. Je n'ai pas arrêté de vous le répéter. Alors, cher ami, soit. Messieurs, on demandait des dédommagements pour autant. Alors, il fallait mieux articuler, cher ami. J'aime ce passage, fallait prêter l'oreille.
Alright. Lee, this is kind of like a parliament style thing.
S'était écoulé depuis les dernières tenues des États généraux.
Are you?
Tombé en désuétude, je n'ai pas balancé
I wasn't gonna have a friend show up soon.
le royaume peut tirer une nouvelle force et qui peut ouvrir à la nation une nouvelle source de bonheur.
Where the devil
What the
are
hell are you doing?
La dette de l'État, déjà immense, à mon avis. Une guerre dispendieuse, mais honorable, en a été la cause. L'augmentation
Maybe I shouldn't really be causing a commotion there.
une inquiétude générale, un désir et finirait par égarer totalement l'union si on ne se hâtait de les fixer par une
Yes.
réunion
Not these two again.
d'affichage.
Must have
C'est
tailed me from the
modéré.
estate.
C'est dans cette confiance, messieurs, que je vous ai rassemblés et je vois avec sensibilité qu'elle a déjà été justifiée par les dispositions que les deux premiers ordres
Yeah, a different experience that I can have with this game is have the audio in French and English subtitles. Also, it's very good.
So, who or what will take its place?
I'm gonna keep it in English for now.
A council of capable men?
That is the question, isn't it?
A truce, then.
What the devil was that about? Now, we can resolve this without recourse to violence, can't we? Get him, Hugo!
Alright.
Suppose not.
Combat tutorial. Woohoo.
Get him, Hugo!
Where's the other thing
Easy,
is?
big fella.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna try to. This guy's hard to parry.
Think you can...
Come on.
Ready for a beating? Thrash him!
Let's... Not your day, is it, Victor?
Open up in there!
To your health, gentlemen.
You, boy! Stop! What are you doing there?
Running!
Encore lui?
Cheeky little bastard.
He's getting away! Clear off, tramp! Is that your best?
On dirait qu'il se passe quelque chose.
Ow. Where's these people? These guards, ow.
À sa place, j'aurais pas.
Wait for me to actually. Can you do that? Is that gonna actually help me? What the hell?
Je pense que vous n'êtes pas à la bonne adresse.
I think this might work.
No getting back in there now.
Je peux vous
Catch them
aider.
back at home, I suppose.
Alright. Oh. What the hell? It just kept flashing back for some reason. Apparently has 620 Helix credits.
Hey, c'est distrayant.
I believe I can actually use that for something. What? Database? I don't actually have access to customization yet by the looks of it. The other thing that I need to be careful of course, is there's a point in the game where if I fast travel to the wrong spot, it'll start the Dead Kings DLC. I'll say that's later on though. Like, don't have to worry about it just yet. I still have to be mindful of that when that happens. It will happen. You're basically stuck in the first mission of the Dead Kings DLC before you can fast travel out of it. Super annoying. I want to leave Dead Kings for, you know, when the marathon actually does it and do that live, because it's something that I haven't done before. I believe it does reveal a lot of story elements that are important. Of course, I've never experienced it because I haven't done it. Hey. And this game goes a little nuts with all the crowds. But that was actually something that they wanted to do as kind of like a core feature of Unity, is having the large crowds really represent France during that time.
Senor de la Serre is not expected until late.
Ah, well. I suppose I'll just pass the time with Elise then.
Don't get your hopes up just yet. Mademoiselle is at a private soiree in her honor at the palace.
A party? I wasn't invited.
Neither were the horses.
I'm sure she just misplaced my invitation. I'll find my own way in. How late is late?
Perhaps an hour, perhaps 3, perhaps not at all. I do not question the comings and goings of my betters.
I'll just wait here then.
Alright. This is kind of unfortunate, but... Okay, let's slip the letter in, at least. Of course, Arno blames himself for this moment, because of what happens. He can't really do much about it. It's one of those things. Looking for.
Le traité du monde et de la lumière de Descartes. Never could get through that one. I could just slip it under the door. He'd see it the instant he returned.
Took a little while for that to trigger.
There. Safe and sound, and only slightly delayed. And now, to the palace. I couldn't sneak through a sewer in these threads, much less a ball. Here, here, mon ami. Let me take care of that.
Thank you, young man.
This guy. Alright, let's go. Let's go meet a lovely lady. This part has a bit of stealth.
Maximilien Robespierre. No guest.
Arno. Le Chevalier du Télème.
Invitation, s'il vous plaît.
About that, I had one, of course, but on the way...
No invitation, no admittance. Now clear the queue. Next, please.
Hiver, I think.
Charles Gabriel
Yeah.
Siver. 2 guests. Next, please.
Alright. And for a bit of stealth.
Quite the turnout.
2 guests.
Look like there are a lot. That objective took some time to update. Renier, another Templar.
Let's just put in a short appearance to be polite. I'm tired.
As you say.
Don't mind me, just climbing here. Oh, the button here. So yeah, let me check the controls. I feel like right click to sprint, crouch. F. Okay. Question is, which actual button is this? I have a mouse with multiple buttons. Yeah, let's take that and probably that. Very good.
Third Estate practically up in arms, and they're having a party.
What's this party for, anyway?
Not sure. Some kind of confirmation ceremony for the Delacer girl.
Built in this game is absolutely phenomenal. Love it. Having the crouch mechanic, especially. Oh, that's right. You actually had to enter an exit cover. You can also swap cover, which is cool. I don't think he actually moves.
Is it shift change yet?
Why would I really do that though?
Look at that one. Pretty sure his shoes cost more than my rent. She does not. She does.
Oh, this way.
Had a bird cage in it, full of doves fluttering around.
You
There
up
we
there!
go.
Stop! Get down! Will you let me back in if I do? What? Certainly not! Well then, if it's all the same to you, I think I'll stay up here.
Cheeky little bastard.
Come here!
From what I can understand,
I'll see you in the garden later, yes? Of course.
Yver and one other Templar. See you in the garden later. That's when they're planning the assassination.
Quite the turnout this evening.
La révolution sera le triomphe, j'espère bien. Elle assurera le bien-être du plus grand nombre.
Je parle pour moi. Je suis un
Keep going here. I'm a lovely girl. Not her.
M'accorderiez-vous cette danse pour gentilhomme?
There she is.
Merci. Un autre jour.
Oh, you broke a heart.
For sure, the plebs would riot this afternoon.
Plebs.
Did you see what she's wearing?
Spread out.
What do you expect?
Find him.
She's half savage.
I'll not be made a mock of by the likes of him.
I hear she spent the night gambling in dockside bars. And that's the least of the
Gossiping about her. To be fair, I mean, she is kind of a wild girl. She's not called a Fire Templar for nothing.
Love the chase.
Oh, this girl. Hey, you.
You seem to have caused quite a commotion.
Well, what can I say? You were always a bad influence.
Oh, you were a worse one.
I love these characters. The romance is kind of at the forefront of the story.
You're wearing one of my father's suits.
Are you wearing a dress?
Don't even start. I feel like a mummy wrapped up in this thing.
Must be quite an occasion to get you so fancy.
It's not like that. Truth be
Considering
told,
the
it's a
whole
lot of ceremony
Assassin
and
Templar
pontification.
dynamic.
Dull as dirt.
Just a very unique story.
Everyone suffers.
I did try, but my father was adamant.
Your father?
Who's in there? Ouvrez!
Go. I'll distract them.
What? You're kicking me out?
It's complicated. I'll explain later, but for now, out the window.
Oh, no, no, no. You're not turning this into a repeat of that apple orchard.
Stop being such a baby. I'm sure there aren't any guard dogs this time. Go!
Yeah, we'll bang later. I mean, what?
Oh my! That wasn't the billiard room at all, was it?
We are pursuing an interloper.
Could have been on party duty, but no.
Waste of time. There's nobody out here.
The hell? What was that?
Don't mind me. They didn't actually try to investigate. That's good.
Oh well.
What? I lost my train of thought about something I was saying. Oh, right, yeah. So, Unity story. In my opinion, one of the most underrated stories in series. I would actually rate it higher than Rogue.
Who's even going to come out here?
A lot of people praise Rogue for being a very good story. The whole assassin turned Templar story, which is really nice. I admit, it's definitely something that they haven't done much of. Oh fuck. That's kind of a close call. Okay, I should be safe here for now. Yeah, so an assassin turned Templar story is not something that they've really done, which is interesting enough, I admit. But this story, Unity story, is actually not about the assassins versus Templars at all. It is, in my opinion, even more interesting.
Too much of the king's champagne.
Arno's motivation for defeating the Templars is not because they're Templars. It's because they killed the Lasser. The Templars were basically involved in a plot to...
Guards! Help! Murder!
Well, they wanted to basically kill the Grandmaster of the Templars because they didn't like the way... They didn't like where the Templars were going, basically. The Templars actually considered working with the assassins at this point. Of course, the Templars didn't like that, so they got rid of the Grandmaster. And Arno, he gets inducted into the assassins, that's true. But his primary motivation for going after the Templars is not because he's an assassin. It's solely because he is avenging the death of his father figure, who is a Templar. And Elise herself also considered that the Templars and assassins could work together, reach a shared goal. It just never actually happens. And it started from Hatham, actually, when Hatham worked with Connor briefly. He was hopeful that the Templars and assassins could work together, but yeah, it never happened. Just one of those things that wasn't destined to happen, really. I want to say this is probably the start of sequence 2, so I'm gonna pause right here. Thank you guys for watching. Today has been day 74 of the Assassin's Creed Marathon. I'll be back tomorrow with day 75 and sequence 2 of Assassin's Creed Unity. Until then, have a wonderful day. I will be back.